All right. Last time, just turn off the mute there to get this ready to go. Are we up there? We are. Perfect. Okay. Last time out, Georgia Tech took down one of our favorite Cinderellas as Appalachian State could not score in the red zone, just like Tennessee before them. And they were eliminated in episode 55. Georgia Tech now controls territories in 6 different states. It is a far-reaching territory, and I would not be surprised if they were attacked again here, since we've seen so many teams from the South picked by the wheel. Or we could go into some of the regions that haven't been touched yet, like the Pacific Northwest, or this zone right above Illinois and Iowa. You got Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan State hasn't played in weeks. And then you also have North Carolina. These 6 teams right here, these guys in Virginia and West Virginia, none of these teams have played yet. We might see one of them go off. So, let's get this going. Shuffle this wheel. We have 79 teams now. We're gonna get down to 78 at the end of this episode. And here we go. On episode 56 of College Football 25 Season-Long Imperialism, the next team is... It's Auburn again. Oh, it's unfortunate. Auburn has to go back into the fray for their 3rd game. They have played so much recently. They just beat Florida State. And now it's the SEC again. My God. Let's zoom in over here and see who they could play. It's a lot of different options. You have South Alabama right here in the Southwest. You have Alabama here going straight west. We could see the Iron Bowl today. You've got Vanderbilt up to the northwest. Georgia Tech straight north. Another game for Georgia Tech. Then you have Georgia right here in the northeast. That could be dangerous. South Carolina to the northeast. Atlantic Ocean right here. Florida to the southeast. And the Gulf of Mexico right down to the south. Let's see where they're going. That's going to be northeast. So they will play, and please don't tell me that's Georgia Tech. Oh, no. It's Georgia. Auburn is playing Georgia. It is time to go to Sanford Stadium for the first time in this tournament. Are y'all ready for this? Just pop this up. It's Auburn versus Georgia. Number 2 team in the country is making their voice heard for the very first time. Let's go back here. Air Force. Auburn, an 87 overall with a bad offense and a fantastic defense, going up against a sleeping giant. A powerhouse just waiting for their moment. The Georgia Bulldogs in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. A 96 overall with the best remaining defense in Imperialism. Let's get these uniforms ready to go. You've got the classic home look. You got the away look. The alternate, I believe, is black. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's it. 3 looks. We're just going classic for Georgia. And let's go home for Auburn. To get that red versus navy classic battle. This should be a fun one. This is going to be a nightcap because we had to wait a little bit. And here we go. Auburn versus Georgia. The SEC Invitational has begun in earnest. These 2 rosters ready. Put these up here. First, we got Auburn going on the road in Sanford Stadium. A little bit of lag. Not ideal. And that classic fight song rings out. The ivy looks pristine and manicured perfectly by this field staff. Here comes Auburn. We'll start by loading their roster. Make this a little smaller. We're going to have some more lag for this episode, but we're just going to fight through it and hope that we can make this episode mostly watchable. It's not ideal, but we'll see. I need to jump out of this other live stream just to make sure we can watch it. 5, 10, 15. Jukes a man and gets out to the 19-yard line. We're going to drop that down to try and make Wi-Fi a little more free. So here comes Carson Beck and the Georgia offense. Go over here. This is not working out. We can't get the roster fully loaded. So many ads. We start the first play, and it's a run, tackle for loss. Auburn with a good first stop. Georgia, right there. Just this one smaller to give Georgia a little more space. God, this is taking forever. Here we go. Carson Beck on 2nd and 10. He sends the receiver in motion, takes the snap, throws short. It's a great setup. He set the blockers well, but it only picks up 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Georgia early on. Auburn. Their defense is no slouch. 86 overall is a great rating. They're still 10 overall points worse than Georgia's defense. So something tells me we're not going to get to see a lot of scoring here unless Georgia brings their A game. Once again, we can't see anything. These ads are going nuts. All right, 3rd and 7. Whole lot of lag. Beck. Run, throws at the last second. It's going to be incomplete. So Auburn makes the stop. I finally have these rosters good to go. Yeah, I apologize that the internet's being so shoddy here. It's going to affect my ability to properly broadcast. Here comes the punt. And there it goes. Turn goes out to the 40. Made the first couple defenders miss, and oh my god. This is going to be a disaster. And hopefully I'll be able to make out just enough for this episode to be coherent. I'm not optimistic, honestly. This is really struggling. Here's Peyton Thorne on his first throw. He throws to the left. It's going to be caught by number 8. Cam Coleman makes the catch and gets out to the 44-yard line. Auburn in their 3rd game and, without question, their toughest opponent. I mean, they did beat Florida State, but Florida State's not exactly a competent football team. Georgia, on the other hand, is. They went into Texas and manhandled the Longhorns in real life. It's part of the reason why they're rated as a 96 overall in this game. Peyton Thorne takes the handoff, runs it himself to the 40, and that is a solid open field tackle by number 24 for the Bulldogs, Malachi Starks, the junior strong safety and one of the best players in the country. Georgia also has Michael Williams, the junior defensive end. He should be an absolute force in this game, and we'll see if he can get a couple tackles for loss and a couple sacks on the night. 2nd and 5 for Auburn. Thorne, feeling the stadium pulse, throws short, and it's going to be caught by number 14. And that is the hero of the game against Florida State. That's Robert Lewis, who caught a deep ball touchdown that ended up being the final death knell in Florida State's case. And he picks up a first down here up to the 34. Auburn is already in field goal range. It's a good start for them. Thorne hands it off to Jarquez Hunter. And he slides down for a 9-yard pickup. They really should have given him the first down, but they're not going to give him that. Malachi Starks is able to help out on the stop. It's a nice run, and they're going to say his forward progress was stopped before he was able to slide across the first down line. 2nd and a short 1. Peyton Thorne in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Under pressure, and he's sacked. Chaz Chambliss, the senior, has stayed at Georgia his entire career. He makes the big stop there to make it 3rd and 7. Yeah, he just rolled right through. Nobody blocked him. And Peyton Thorne didn't know what to do. Can't really set up an escape route for that. If you have an unblocked defender who's just able to fly in with no running back protection, your down is over. 3rd and 7. Just don't take a sack. Stay in field goal range. Thorne throws deep. He's got a man, but it's brilliantly knocked away by Malachi Starks. He sought out where Peyton Thorne was going. He saw the receiver was wide open. And instead of just trying to chase it down and tackle the player in the end zone, which was pointless anyway, swats the ball away harmlessly. And here comes a 48-yard field goal attempt for Auburn. It's Towns McGo. Or no, it's somebody else. I think it's Alex McPherson. Alex McPherson sends it through, and he does convert on the field goal. just going to double check to make sure that is Alex McPherson. Auburn. There it is. Alex McPherson, that is his 5th field goal of Imperialism. Let's see how many kickers have 5 so far. Only 3, and 2 of them have already been eliminated. Garrison Ripa of Jacksonville State and Jaden Fielding of Ohio State have 6 each. And then Ethan Sanchez, the kicking goat from Old Dominion, has 7 made field goals on 7 attempts. But now Alex McPherson has 5. He has missed 2 kicks, but he's made from 51, and he got a long one there. He sends through the kickoff, and Georgia will get their second chance on offense. They will return to the 5, 10, and not too much further out to the 18. So here comes Carson Beck with his second opportunity. Send the tight end in motion, and they send him back. Beck does throw it outside to 86, who has plenty of blockers. So the 25, and he's taken down for a 10-yard gain by Jaron Thompson. That was 86. That was Dylan Bell making the catch. He's a junior. He stayed at Georgia his entire career. Trevor Etienne, is he related to Travis? Trevor... Here we go. Beck got a whole lot of lag. Number 4 makes the catch. It's Delp. And Delp gets out to the 48. He is Travis Etienne's brother. Cool. All right, so it's 1st and 10. Georgia is already on the cusp of midfield. Beautiful throw to the wide open tight end. Developer said they tried to fix those plays. The tight end was open down the middle. And they probably fixed some of them, but not all of them. Carson Beck with a little bit of space. Auburn looks like they might be blitzing here. They bring an extra man into the box, but he's just going to follow number 8 outside. Beck waits, wants to throw deep, does throw deep, and that is knocked down by Austin Keys, making the good stop. Drops out of the blitz to the quarterback spy in order to stay with those receivers flying out to the sidelines. Those routes can be so hard to cover, especially in video games. But Auburn does a good job there of shutting it down. And that ivy looks beautiful, man. This stadium is just beautiful. So underrated. Back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws outside on the RPO to Delp. Delp tries to break the first tackle and is able to pick up 5 to make it 3rd and short. Oscar Delp, a junior tight end. Such a fantastic player. And is the spiritual successor to Brock Bowers, the dominant tight end last year, who went from Georgia to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's kind of their only good player now, besides Max Crosby. 3rd and 5. Beck under pressure, throws the screen. That's a wide open first down to Trevor Etienne. And he steps out of bounds at the 38. And Georgia is in business. .30 seconds to go here on the play clock. 1:45 left in the first quarter, which has taken a little bit of time. And now Carson Beck steps up in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, launches deep. That's going to be caught. Beautiful RPO. And the slant is read perfectly by Carson Beck. And Colby Young, the senior transfer, new to the team this year, makes the catch in space. Let's see where he transferred from. Will I be able to get that or no? Yes. Started at Lackawanna College, then he transferred to Miami. He's from Binghamton, New York. Local New Yorker. We love to see it. Beck does hand it off this time to Trevor Etienne, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Number 35 for Auburn, Jalen McLeod, who had a huge game against Florida State, gets the tackle for loss there. That'll bring up 2nd and 13 from the 23. Georgia's been perfecting the RPO so far on this drive. Will they stay with it here? Beck with a straight pass. Throws to the sideline. It's going to be knocked away. Number 4 for Auburn is able to make the stop. It's Kayan Lee. I think he had... Was it Kayan Lee or was it somebody else who had the pick 6? God, I forget who got that pick 6. No idea. Anyway, it's 3rd and 13. Beck under pressure, pocket collapsing. He does get the throw away, but it's just going to go harmlessly out of bounds. And now, Ernest Green III, one of their starting offensive linemen, is down with an injury. He's their left tackle, a crucial player. We'll have to check back in later to see if he returns to the game. So here comes a 40-yard field goal attempt for number 91 for Georgia. It's Peyton Woodring. Snap, hold, kick is good. And we are tied 3-3. These two defenses are making some good stops in field goal range. When the field gets a little shorter, the passing game gets easier to defend. These defenses are holding up. Now we are tied at 3. This is setting up to be a hard-fought, hard-hitting, trash-talking game. It's my first doubleheader in a while, a long, long time. But I'm glad I'm doing it because tomorrow I'm going to be getting up early and I'm going to go vote. Go Dogs, sick 'em. Number 23 tries to take it out and he only gets to the 15. Some fast kick coverage from Georgia. Here's Peyton Thorne in the shotgun, sends out 3 wide receivers, ultra spread out. Waits and he's sacked. Guess who? Number 13, Mykel Williams. Slated to be one of the top picks in April's NFL draft. He has so much suddenness and physicality on the outside. Oh my, he hurdled the lineman. He was going for a chop block basically, and Mykel Williams said, oh, that's cute. You can't actually block me, so I'm just going to whoop, jump over. It's a sack, and thankfully, only a 3-yard loss for Auburn. Thorne in the shotgun again. Mykel Williams this time is setting up inside, and Jarquez Hunter breaks a tackle, and then he is leveled by Malachi Starks, who's been all over the field for the Bulldogs tonight. That is the end of the first quarter. Oh, I skipped the dog! What am I doing? Why would I skip the dog? That's my bad. That's my apology. It's never happening again. Peyton Thorne on 3rd and 12. Under pressure. They pick up the guy rushing from behind, and that'll go out of bounds. So Georgia gets their first 3 and out. Glory to the Georgia Bulldogs indeed. They're getting the ball back. Their offense was looking pretty good the last drive. They got shut down before they hit the red zone. So we'll see if they can become more emphatic and aggressive on this second drive. Or third drive, really. Punt takes off from the 5 and goes past midfield to the 40. Fair catch from Georgia. They'll take it at the 41. So here's Carson Beck with Trevor Etienne next to him and a fantastic offensive line. 71 is back in the game. They hand it to Etienne. Tries to get through the first hole, but he does pick up 4 yards. God, it's great. You know, it's a subtle, it's an understated luxury suite section. They're big, probably very nice inside, but it's not one of these huge cavernous things that a lot of stadiums are building. It's good. This is a great stadium. Beck hands it off to Etienne, tries to get the edge on the outside. Beautiful juke move. Tried to spin on number 1, and he was able to shut him down, but that is a Georgia first down. He almost had the touchdown there. Number 1 was there. This is almost a lethal combination, but number 1 saw the spin move coming and took him down. That was Jaron Thompson making the big tackle, senior transfer. Now it's 1st and 10, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Carson Beck hands it off to Etienne again, goes up the middle, tries to get to the edge, and he's taken down by 47 and 21. It's Malik Blockton, who recovered a fumble in the last game, and Caleb Wooden, a strong safety. Trying to outplay Malachi Starks, that's going to be a tough ask, because Malachi Starks is already dominating this game. Now it's 2nd and 8. Beck in the shotgun. Throws it quickly outside of number 5. Cuts back inside, tries to break a tackle, but he does get the first down into field goal range. Georgia, once again in business. Cheerleaders setting up a complex formation here. Great outside throw, great block by number 8. And then number 6 just using his toughness to power forward for as many yards as he could possibly get. 1st and 10 now. Beck hands off to Etienne. He has 2 blockers on the outside. There he goes. 25. Taken down at the 22-yard line by Caleb Wooden once again. And Trevor Etienne is starting to get rolling. And all the Auburn fans watching this do not like the look of that. 71 was trying to get out there, but Caleb Wooden outran him. Good to see him back on the field, but he might be hobbled by the injury he suffered earlier to, I think it was his chest. 1st and 10 now. Number 6 goes in motion. Beck, Etienne, dropped in the backfield by Malik Blockton, making another big play. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Drop down to around 4 minutes remaining in this first half. come out again. Carson Beck in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Hands it off to Etienne. Etienne tries to go up the middle. And he's met by 2 Auburn defenders at the exact same time. So it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up. And the pattern holds once again. We could see another field goal attempt after a failed possession. Stops just short of the red zone. Let's see what happens here on this 3rd down. Beck wants to go for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oscar Delp. He calmly drops the ball in the back of the end zone. Mascot is loving it. Fans are loving it. And what's that coming down the track? It's the Mean Machine in the red and black. And that, yeah, 1 foot in bounds. I don't think he got the 2nd down, but that don't matter in college. Georgia's going to take a 10-3 lead pending the extra point. Every single kicker so far has made every single extra point they've tried. And here's Peyton Woodring. He nails it. I'm trying to do the commentator's curse because I'm pretty sure it's impossible to miss an extra point. Like, they could miss it. It has happened in other Imperialism videos, but I so sincerely doubt it. 10-3 Georgia. Auburn will get it back. Looking to reignite their offense. 5, 10, yikes. Only back to the 12, the 2nd worst kick return we've had so far. We would run return, get stopped at the 11. Nobody's covering the slot. No one is covering the slot. Does Peyton Thorne realize this? Maybe. It just tosses it out of bounds. All right, that's... He wasn't even under pressure. Somebody had picked up the guy behind him. He must have thought that he had an open defender flying through and just threw it out of bounds, but he had time. And he could also run the ball. The guy can move. He's got some weight. He's got some speed. It's whatever. 2nd and 10 now for Auburn. Thorne throws, caught, and that's a fantastic stiff arm by number 5. That's Keandre Lambert-Smith, who delivers the stiff arm and gets the 1st down for the Auburn Tigers. War Eagle starting to show up a little bit. Dan Jackson at free safety making the stop. 1st and 10. Peyton Thorne. Again, no one's covering the tight end. Oh, my God. Instead, they just hand it off. Huge missed opportunity for Peyton Thorne. He should have seen the tight end was wide open. Call an audible. Just send him long. See if something's open. And maybe, one of the defenders could just drop off their guy, go cover the tight end because they're desperate. And then he has a wide receiver open. But instead, it's a run. It's a loss. Might have been Michael Williams making that tackle. I'm not sure. He sets up on the interior once again. Thorne sends a man in motion. They push past it. And Michael Williams blasts through his blocker and gets another TFL. James Pierce Jr. is gone. He wreaked havoc for 3 games, and now Michael Williams takes his place. It's 3rd and 15. Peyton Thorne in the shotgun. All-out blitz, and Thorne is sacked. Smile Mondon Jr. with the big-time sack, and it's 4th and 25. And Auburn is now in danger of going to Super Sim because Georgia's going to have a 2-minute drill with all 3 timeouts and a 7-point lead. They just brought everyone. They're like, hey, if you have a read, cool. If you don't, you're dead. And that's the 2-minute. Oh, they changed it. They changed it to say 2-minute timeout. Would you look at that? They updated their nomenclature. So here comes the punt. And there it goes. All the way out to the 45-yard line to number 5. And now Georgia, all they need is 55 yards to put this game in danger of Super Sim. Let's see if Carson Beck can deliver. He wants to go deep on the first play, and it's caught. Oscar Delp, another big catch. He has been dominating today. Beck already over 100 yards passing, most of those to Oscar Delp, and it's a 1st down to the 36. They're already in field goal range. This is what Georgia does. They don't mess around. They don't let underdog teams hang on unless it's real life, in which case they definitely do so. Carson Beck in trouble. He throws a screen to Trevor Etienne. Huge block. 30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. And he's taken out at the 1. But a fantastic blocking scheme. The offensive lineman came out. Auburn did not have any defenders out there, and they just leveled the only guy who had a chance. All-out blitz on a screen is a huge mistake. They had one safety, and the number 69 for Georgia with a huge block. That was not seeing a 69 on the roster. Anyway, 1st and 10. Beck is sacked. Eugene Asante responds and pushes them back 8 yards. Carson Beck in a lot of pain after that. Let's take a look at that sack here because that was a disastrous play call for Georgia. They bring the all-out blitz again. It can be a good strategy when you're outmatched on offense. And it worked there. Didn't work on the screen, but it worked on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal now from the 9. No one is covering Oscar Delp. Beck throws. Oh my God, it's picked off. And look at this return. Number 0 with one guy back, and he's taken down just shy of the 50-yard line. A catastrophic interception for Carson Beck. Really, really bad mistake. He was looking for Oscar Delp. Somebody else dropped in. And he's like, all right, I guess I can throw it to one of my wide receivers. And it was a horrible decision from the jump. It was number 0. That was Keontae Scott, the star player, just walking up. Carson Beck never saw him. And now with 45 seconds to go, Auburn has all 3 timeouts to try and get into field goal range. Thorne immediately under pressure, and that ball's knocked away. Michael Williams in once again with the defense. A quick drink of water here. Second and 10 now for the Auburn Tigers. Thorne launches deep. Does he have a man down there? Yes, he does. Timeout Auburn. And missed who got that catch, but the Tigers are once again in field goal range. And Peyton Thorne in the shotgun. He has Jarquez Hunter next to him. Goes out. They make the long throw. It's going to be caught by Cam Coleman. And another injury for Georgia. It's Stackhouse, who's a nose tackle who was out covering the wide receiver, and he goes out with an injury. Free timeout for Auburn. 1st and 10 from the 15. Thorne throws short. So he caught by Jarquez Hunter, and that's their 2nd timeout. They're running out of spaces. 27 seconds to go and only 1 timeout. They got to take some end zone shots and then just take a safe field goal. Do not anything that could be close to an interception. Thorne throws. It's caught. And he can't get out of bounds or get the 1st down. So that's going to take 15 seconds off the clock, and they're going to have to call a timeout. Fantastic open field tackle by Georgia. That just saved a touchdown. Who was it? The 12 there. Oh, God, they're trying to run a play. And they will call timeout. Thank God. Final timeout for Auburn, and they will send the field goal unit out to make it 10-6. Here's Alex McPherson. Snap. Hold. Kick. Is. Do I even have to say it? It's another close range miss by a college kicker in Imperialism. It's kind of a doink. Hopeless. I mean, it's embarrassing at this point, you know? Georgia will take the knee with 2 seconds from the 20. And we're just going to move straight on to the 3rd quarter. I mean, that's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. And it really lowers the quality of the game overall when kickers consistently miss. Like, I get having the miss every now and then because these kickers aren't very good. But to have them only be making, like, 30% of their kicks inside the 10, it's mind-boggling. Thorne all-out blitz again, and he's sacked. Michael Williams gets his 2nd sack of the game, and it's going to be 2nd and 16. Georgia really starting to exert their influence. And that red zone interception, which could have flipped this game on its head, instead led to another red zone stop by Georgia's defense, an embarrassing missed field goal, And it leaves Auburn backed up at their own 19, having to drive 81 yards to get the game-tying touchdown, which they will not get on this possession. I'm calling it right now. Thorne under pressure again, and he's sacked again. Warren Brinson joins the fun. And it's 3rd and 23. At this point, you have one solution. Pray for press coverage. And if you don't have it, run the ball. Because another sack pushes you even further back, gives Georgia an easy route to the end zone. Like, you're out of options here. Just play safe football and don't give them too much. 3rd and 23 from their own 12-yard line. Georgia might be bringing the blitz again. Press coverage at the top of your screen, though. And the bottom. Thorne waits. Sacked. Smail Mondin Jr. with his second. And it's 4th and 28. Folks, this is what a 96 overall defense is supposed to look like. Not what Ohio State gave you against Michigan. It's what Georgia's doing right now in the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. And how about this uniform matchup too, man? Just classic. No fancy alternates. Nothing from FIU just yet. Just good, incredible uniforms. 4th and 28. Here comes the punt. They're going to try and block. They do not get it. And the punt will drop down at the 50. So it's a decent kick. But Georgia's already in Auburn territory and they haven't run a single play. Etienne with a hole. 45, 40, 35 to the 30. Jukes outside and he's taken out to the 27-yard line. A 22-yard run for Trevor Etienne, who is now fully in his bag. And Auburn's in deep trouble. They go down 14. They only have one chance, and they just give up 3 consecutive sacks in their opening second half drive. Carson back on 1st and 10. Trevor Etienne right next to him. They hand it off to him again. He gets another hole, but this one is only good for 4. He has 9 carries for 53 yards today. The lone touchdown of this game has gone to Oscar Delp. We'll see if Georgia can get another one here late. 2nd and 6 now. They come back up to the line. Carson Beck in the shotgun. Auburn looking to blitz everyone. And here they come. Beck throws a screen. Caught by Etienne, but everybody turns around and shuts him down. I mean, they put the screen in the wrong place. Short avoids the sack, but it's within reach of all the defenders who can just turn around super quickly and stop Trevor Etienne before he can get his speed up. I don't know why they didn't just run the exact same screen call with the guy going outside and all the blockers going with him. 3rd and 12, here comes the all-out blitz again. Oh, they're all coming in. Up, never mind, only 4. Back, this time they call the right screen, but it's a good tackle by Keontae Scott. Huge play for him, and it's 4th and 11. Georgia will be forced to kick the field goal here. This will be a 44-yard try for Peyton Woodring. Been great today, made his extra point, made a field goal earlier, and now he's got a chance for his second. Snap, hold, kick is good. 13-3 for Georgia. And we are going to wait until this is either a 17-point lead or more than 14 before we go to Super Sim. We're going to give Auburn a chance. They're an 87 overall for a reason. They can turn it on at any point in time. It's just not very likely we're going to do it against a 96 overall defense. All right, so here comes the kickoff for Georgia. So it's 1st and 10 here for Peyton Thorne. This is effectively his last chance. Takes the handoff and he's sacked again. 4 plays in a row for Georgia's defense. Smail Mondin Jr. His 3rd sack of the game, making a case for defensive MVP. And if Auburn doesn't even get a first down, it's not even worth watching anymore. Like, this is embarrassing. They're going to credit Malachi Starks for that sack for some reason. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that. In the stats that we see later, I'll have to fact check because I know he has 3. 2nd and 20. Thorne Incomplete. I mean, this is what you do when you face Georgia and Sanford. You curl into a ball and die. And unfortunately, that's what's happened to Auburn. They could only enjoy their big territory and seeing their logo emblazoned all over the Deep South for 2 episodes. They won't even get the Iron Bowl. Their season will end right here. Thorne throws short, it's caught, and that'll do it. Let's go to Super Sim and just finish this baby out. Now we're just going to go play by play. Make sure we don't miss anything important. Georgia has the ball. They get a field goal. Auburn tries it on 4th and 24. Can't get anything, and now we can just fly. Auburn doesn't get a touchdown. They do get the ball back late, and that'll do it. 19-3. Georgia makes easy work of the Auburn Tigers. They tried to make it look interesting. They got a red zone interception, returned it all the way to the 50, but got stopped in bounds and missed a short field goal, and that was really all she wrote. Georgia wins 19-3, gets another Deep South rivalry victory. Smail Mondin Jr., 5 tackles, 3 sacks. This is not crediting him correctly. We're going to go to the wall and finish this baby out. Georgia will go from having a tiny little bit of territory to controlling almost the entire Southeast. Most of Alabama, most of Georgia, and a little bit of Florida too. Let's go to the map. And Auburn, I know you don't want to see it, but this is your new reality. Your territory, which you fought so hard to get, has been taken over by the true class of the SEC. But you fought hard, though. 2 good wins. Bye-bye. Let's just pop that out. Yeah, it's good enough. Now, let's grab this Georgia logo and make it huge. We can make it even bigger than that. Yeah. Georgia has arrived in Imperialism. And the number 2 team in the country is the first out of the top 3 to begin their campaign in earnest. The SEC madness has begun, and Georgia has struck the first blow. And we will see you on Sunday for a quick morning episode. And I might honestly stream Ravens-Eagles. That could be a lot of fun to watch live. Or the Ravens game against the Browns and the Eagles game against the Bengals. We'll see if I do that. Not entirely sure. But that's going to do it for today. I'll see y'all on Sunday. Bye-bye. Oh, go vote, please. If you can. If you are able to vote, go do it. Bye-bye.